Hi guys, today we are going to talk about BCI.
Okay, firstly, so what is BCI? BCI is brain-computer interface. Can also be called brain-machine interface, which is BMI. It is a direct link between the electrical activity in the brain and the external device. It is classified in two parts. It can be non-invasive and invasive BCI. Non-invasive literally means the detector does not invade your scope, while the invasive BCI does. For example, most of the non-invasive BCI use the EEG hats putting on the head, and invasive BCI use ECOG, which is a microelectrode arrays that is implanted on the brain.
As you can see on the right hand corner, there's a monkey whose electrical signal is detected by the detector, and the signal was transferred to the machine so machine can move. To know how does the BCI work, we have to know how does the brain produce signal. There's billions of neural membrane in our brain and it contains protein ion channel. When sodium rushes in, the potassium flows out. This redistribution of the charged ion changes the electrical potential across the membrane by about 30 millivolts, and this is called action potential. The change of the voltage causes the nearby channel to open, so the pulse travel down to the axon, and so on. The total change of the ion movement creates tiny electric field in the surrounding tissue, and thus they can produce fluctuation we can detect through the skull. The structure of the BCI devices are shown above. No matter the non-invasive and invasive, they all got the electrode which can use to detect the change of the electric field. So let's see the pros and cons of both of these. In EEG, you can see this kind of devices is relatively safe and less expensive than the invasive one. However, it only got 1 to 100 hertz, while the invasive one got hundreds of hertz. It is very accurate and can use to control lots of different kinds of robotic limb and do a lot of complicated action. However, the cons are it requires neurosurgery, which is very risky, and it is very expensive and used mainly in clinical or research contexts. For UCL Grand Challenge, BCI can do far more than controlling the robotic limb and rehabilitates the disabled people. This is a very prospective program that has reached a neuro level. I believe in the future, it can regulate the emotion that people have, relieve those bad feelings, and even cure disease such as amnesia. On top of that, with the help of AI, the developments will come much faster. BCI and AI mutually help each other. In the future, we might even download the data from the internet to our brain and control our device such as iPhone and laptop with a thought.